Hello and welcome everybody to a little pregame of the Oak Ridge Trojans and the Rocklin Thunder Varsity men's basketball. My name is Murcielago Del Dotto. I got Tristan and Barca to my right. Tristan, how we doing tonight?
It's been a while since I've been announcing. I was back in the football season, finally back to announce some basketball. So excited. Looking to be a great matchup against the Rocklin Thunder here for the Oak Ridge Trojans team.
For the both of us, that's right, Tristan. It's loud in here. We went on a little hiatus, but we're back in full action as winter sports roll in. We got the Oak Ridge Trojans, 10-5 overall in the league. They're 1-0, tied for first. SFL, Sierra Foothill League. Rocklin, they're 9-6, 0-1 in the SFL. Both teams will play their second SFL match here tonight. Cannot wait to get started. Our first basketball game of the year here on Trojan Pride Sports Marketing. We got National Anthem coming up next.
Senior. Number 2, Connor Bowe. Junior, number 4, Josh Cardenas. Sophomore, number 25, Matthew Green. Junior, number 23, Jeremiah Ponte. And senior, number 1, Josiah Andrews. And now the Oak Ridge Varsity boys basketball team. The senior coaches Anthony Hodge and Mike Pasquini. Head coach Mr. Marcus Gray. Coming out number 2, junior Lex Day. Senior number 5, Brady Moran. Freshman number 10, Jackson Harris. Senior number 25, Jared Sawyer. And sophomore number 24, Lucas Butler. And ladies and gentlemen, please ask you to rise in illusion. And now I'm going to ask you to go ahead and sit down because the flag is on the upper box and we get it down. So this is for 10 leaders in national anthem. Our officials for tonight's game are Mike Walter.
All right, here we go. Well, we skipped the national anthem, but we are here for tip-off. The Oak Ridge Trojans and the Rocklin Thunder here, ready to go. In Oak Ridge Trojans Arena, El Dorado Hills, California. Once I said, both these teams, Sierra Foothill League rivals, both play in the SFL. Rocklin Thunder, Oak Ridge Trojans. Trojans on a back-to-back win streak with 2 wins in their last 2 games. The last game they played was on January 5th against Granite Bay. 1-point victory last game for Rocklin was a 30-point loss to Folsom. Here we go. Trojans win the tip-off. Brady pulls it. And for the first time in a long time, off the orange. Out rebound Rocklin. They go quick. Top of the key 3. Pulls, no good. Lucas Cutler, the protege for the Oak Ridge Trojans with the rebound. There's a kick ball, but an Oak Ridge possession. Lucas Cutler, second-year varsity starter, has been the match for this Oak Ridge Trojans team. Averages 15.5 with 12 rebounds and a block and a steal per game. Number 24, Lucas Cutler.
Back-to-back three balls, one exchanged by each team. Not really the identity for either. Both want to get inside and score in the paint. So far, not what we've seen from either team. Looking to continue a different trend. Ball movement
Lucas
good.
Cutler for three, bang! First points of the game, Oak Ridge Trojans 3. Cutler with his first of the game. There's a drive inside. They're going to call a foul on the Trojans. White 25, that's Dylan Slinger, senior, 6'3", 150. Averages almost 9 points a game. Here's the inbound on the baseline for Rocklin. Rocklin in back, the corner, they're moving around the ball. Down low in the key, doubled, puts it off the backboard, and a rebound Cutler. Now Max Day, junior, number 2 for the Trojans. Driving up court. Filling in for the senior Connor Sullivan, who graduated last year. Big player. Day's got to step up. Sullivan was a huge part of this team last year, and now Day's stepping into his role. 3-0 still the score. 6:30 left on the first quarter clock.
Lucas Cutler so far doing everything for the Trojans. Got a 3-ball and a rebound. Continuing to be on defense as the Rocklin Thunder attempt to score here.
Josiah Andrews with the ball, gets it out. Now to Connor Bowe. Bowe down low, swings it out. To the left mid. Now back out. Shot clock under 7 now. Drives in with the lay. Yes, that's cash. Matthew Green, 19 points per game. Rocklin Thunder leader. First bucket of the game for Rocklin, and now a quick turnover. They get the ball back. Under 6 minutes, 3-2. Matthew Green, 19 points per game, as well as a block average. Great player this kid is. Sophomore, 6'4", 180.
And Matthew Green at that 6'4" size, moving so good. Super shifty inside.
Woo! And that was a shifty ball as well. Nice inside the paint, good pass. Rocklin takes the lead 4-3. Here's Day.
Trojans continuing to figure out where they can get an open avenue, whether it's the 3-ball, whether it's in the paint. This Rocklin Thunder team not letting up on defense.
Slinger,
Continuous
Day.
movement.
Now Mullahan. Out to the kid, the freshman. Jackson drives inside. A clean lay. Jackson Harris, the freshman.
Freshman making it look easy.
Woo! That's a beauty inside lay. That's number 2, Connor Bowe. Now the other side, Dylan Slinger with a quick bucket. Team's off to a slow start, but it's picked up. Matthew Green in the corner. Oak Ridge Trojans students going crazy. Here's Jackson Harris down inside to Day. Day with a lefty. That's cash.
Again, scoring in the paint so easy for the Trojans when they can get open looks. The Rocklin Thunder need to keep up with the fast break.
Free throw mini doesn't go. Great rebound. Hustling. They put it back up. No go. Cutler again with the board. Now Harris driving up the court. The freshman. Kid, he's averaging 10 a game as a freshman. Here's Day. Day pulls from 3. Doesn't go. Mullahan gets the board. Harris, top right side. Great defense from Rocklin. Can they sustain it, though? Dylan Slinger inside. No foul, but a bucket anyway. Clean, 11-6 now. 4 to go in the quarter.
Trojans starting to pull away here a little bit. 5 points ahead. Rocklin Thunder need to answer quickly. Drive into the lane, and it's off. Rebounded.
They'll put it back up. That's a great offensive possession for the Thunder.
Jeremiah Mankey on the rebound and points there.
Trojans finally get it above half court. Day doubled. Now Cutler. Now Harris swinging it over to Mullahan. Cutler inside the paint. Lay doesn't go. Rebound and a foul.
Now you don't typically see the miss for Lucas Cutler when he's open inside the paint. The leading scorer for this Trojans team. Unusual from him.
We got check-ins for both teams. Gavin Honig checking in for the Trojans.
big player for the Trojans as well. He is their second team leader in points per game with 14.5.
Rocklin moves it inside. The elevation, great defense from Cutler. And it'll stay Thunder ball.
Coach is arguing. Continuing to argue with the referee, waiting to see the call. Referee still seems to be looking it over, and he takes it back. Rocklin Thunder will keep the ball.
Cardenas Bell with the inbound. And a foul on Rocklin will give Trojans the ball back up 3 with 3 to go in the quarter.
Now Lucas Cutler, even though the play did not happen, really good block showing off those long arms. Jackson Harris takes it up, the freshman.
Good ball inside. Now Lucas Cutler running out to Max Day for 3. No, it doesn't go. He gets his own board now. Backs out, resets. He's got 3 left, 1 right. Cutler now up top and a travel. Oh no, an offensive foul on white 25, Dylan Swinger.
Referees relatively staying away from this game, mostly letting the players play, just call the obvious stuff when they see it. Quick foul on the Trojans. Puts the ball back in Thunder hands.
Here's the inbound for Rocklin. Josiah Andrews with the ball, covered by Harris. Now doubled. Tucked into the back right corner. Great pass and a great jump as well from 32, spinning inside. Push it back out to the 3, and that goes. Josiah Andrews cashes that one in. Tied at 11 with 2:25.
And Andrews with 5 assists per game, known for sharing the rock. Quick turnover by the Trojans.
Great ball movement from the Thunder, and they take the lead with another 3.
It's so easy to make the shots when you're wide open. The Rocklin Thunder showing off great ball movement. Kick ball on the Thunder going back to the Trojans.
Yeah, and Tristan, we've seen this high pressure, full court defense from the Thunder so far. We're going to see if that keeps up, but the Trojans right now have kind of slowed down since they got on that run. Haven't been able to score much.
And the Thunder.
Another possible turnover. This defense is working out for Rocklin right now. Good move inside. Goes back out. And a hezzy, but a travel.
Just can't slide your feet after you've already placed them. That's an easy call for the referees. Number 2, Max Day, quickly checked in for Jackson Harris after the travel.
Andrews again with the ball at the logo. Cutler jumps in front, and the steal to give the Trojans the possession. Down 3, they gotta go quick. They will. Inside, left-handed, lay, doesn't go. Ball spinning around. Day picks it up. He'll shoot from 3. That one, Max Day from 3 is cash. 14-0.
Max Day wanted to get his 3 back from earlier, trying to show off that he can make that shot. Cashes it at the top.
A steal, and they're running down the court. Hutchins, Schroeder.
Oak Ridge team quickly sharing the ball all around. Movement.
Off
and
the glass
it's
and
good.
in.
Number 11, Gavin Honig. Again, that 14.5 points per game, showing off how he can score there. Getting quick lay in the paint.
Kicks it out. Yeah, that's a good possession. Another 3. Turner Shields off the assist from Andrews. Great possession from the Thunder there.
Trojans want to keep the tempo. Trapped in the corner.
Travel, like another one for
of,
the Trojans.
Lots of travel calls on the Trojans here. Need to remember how many steps they can take.
Coming into the Thunder, Connor Bowe, number 25.
Bowe checks in. Green checks in for the Thunder. Rafat, number 14, checks in for the Oak Ridge Trojans. 17, Rocklin. 16, Oak Ridge. Inside, doubled. He's got nowhere to go. Tipped, but gets out. Back to the three-point line. Up, off the orange. Rebound, offensive. And then cash in for two. They take a three-point lead. 6 seconds. 5, 4 seconds. 3, tipped out of bounds. Clock stops at 1.1. I think they're going to push it up.
The Thunder team so far just controlling the court, even though the score might not say so. They've been forcing the Rock into the paint. They've been getting good ball movement, getting open threes, physical on defense. So far mastering this game.
2 seconds on the clock. Back for 22, Hudson Schroeder to inbound. Trying to find open 3. No, doesn't go. First quarter horn blows. 19 Rocklin, 16 Trojans. That'll end the first quarter here in El Dorado Hills, California. Both teams playing gritty basketball, know each other well. SFL matchup. They're going to see each other again later in the year. Who's going to come out on top here in El Dorado Hills, California? We'll see you back second quarter action here on Trojan Pride Network. We're back. Second quarter action between the Thunder and the Trojans. Thunder has a 3-point advantage. Going to quarter 2. Can't extend it there. Hudson Schroeder rebound. And the Trojans calmly take over. Rocklin backs off. No full court press. Good movement. The pump fake. Gavin Honig gets inside. Great possession from the Trojans. Max Day with the assist. We saw Max get his 3-ball into it. Had a couple shots in the first quarter. Let's see if he can continue his work. Lucas Cutler as well, with early points to start off, as well as a ton of rebounds.
So far, this Trojans team hasn't necessarily had a certain leader. Good sharing the ball around. Just need to get a little less one-on-one ball. Quick shooting foul called on number 22 for the Trojans, Hudson Schroeder.
We're going to see our first free throws of the game tonight.
It's surprising with the amount of fouls called. First shooting foul.
It's off the front rim, no good. Score will stay 19-18. As we've discussed, Matthew Green, a key highlight player for Rocklin, number 25, averages 19 points per game this season. He's definitely going to have to contribute for his team to take the W here tonight. Second one is no good either. Now the Trojans moving down the court in the paint already, and that's good. Great play inside. The crowd is hyped.
Number 14, Ryan Rafat, making his presence known, rising above 2 defenders to make that basket so good inside.
Here's a spin, goes up, no good. Offensive rebound. They try to kick it out. Schroeder says no way. They reset. Here's Green on the in and out. Lay, and an offensive foul. A charge. Great defense from the Trojans.
And
now we got subs.
Hudson Schroeder just laying out, taking that body. getting the foul. Good play on defense by him.
Ken Wang and Lucas Cutler check in just for a sec, and then Rocklin takes a timeout. You know, Tristan, we've seen this game over and over again. Rocklin and Trojans know each other very well. Currently a 20-20 tie game. What are we going to see in the future? You know, considering the Trojans, they got big size, they got big speed. Lucas Cutler, as well as Max Day, and the Rocklin Thunder playing well as well.
Well, this Rocklin Thunder team, oh so good at sharing the ball. They keep passing it inside and out. The Trojans don't really know where the ball is ever going to go. That is the identity for this team so far, and that's how they're going to beat that size inside. But the Trojans want to impose their will in the paint. We've seen them do it multiple times, but they also have good three-point shooters. They can rely on a lot of different things, but this Rocklin team holding very steady.
100%, love it. Ryan Rafat as well, a big key player for the Trojans. But we've seen this Rocklin defense play great. Here's the inside. Little scoop to Max Day. Will go. Trojans take the lead once again, 22-20.
Max Day so far, they've given him multiple wide open shots. He's cashed on almost all of them.
That one bounces around. Last hit by a black jersey, Oak Ridge Trojans possession. Hudson Schroeder's going to inbound. Rocklin show full court press. They don't do it though. Trojans get down the court quickly, but now pressed. Max Day in trouble. Gets it out. Now Caden Wang gets inside, pitches it out. Max Day for three. That one no good. Schroeder gets the board off the orange. Rebound Green, and the Thunder get possession.
Now again, they have the size, they have the height. You saw it there. Just can't make the layup.
Connor Bowe with the inbound. Josiah Andrews up the court. Trojans play a man-on-man defense. Sliding. The corner's open. Andrews goes up. Bounces off the right side. Doesn't go. Lucas Cutler, another board. Now Max Day coming across half court.
So far, this Rocklin Thunder team limiting Lucas Cutler in the scoring game, but he's getting multiple boards on defense. They can't really seem to impose over him, just that big size, too dominating.
That one, no foul. The very end there is off-ball foul, black 23 with the foul. Monkey.
As the Trojans will inbound once more. They've got the lead only by 2 right now. Such a contested game. Max Day, their leading scorer so far on the night.
Cutler, top of the key. There pulls a lefty off the orange. And an off-ball foul, no good. Beignet with the three-point attempt, no good. We got substitutions for Rocklin.
Thunder once again taking the ball down the court. You can already see the quick passing once again. Attempting to see where they can get the wide open shots. Trojans looking good on defense right now.
Off the left side. Wow, great rebound by Bo. Doesn't go. Can they get another one? No. Lucas Cutler with the rebound. Big boy down low. Oh, no. Loses his footing, gives up the ball. Corner 3, doesn't take it, drives inside. Woo! That's pretty.
Josiah Andrews making it look so easy. The control on the ball and his body, perfectly laying it in for the board.
22-22 now, all tied up. 4:20 to go in the first half. Cutler inside, drives that one. As easy as it gets.
Cutler, once again, we've talked about his rebounding so far this game, but he's averaging a double-double, and it's a pretty ball for the Thunder.
Connor Bowe takes the lead, 25-24. Rocklin Thunder up 1.
Thunder will not let this Trojans team rest easy, continuing to change the scoring output. Both teams rattling each other's chains to get ahead.
Yeah, Caden Wang was calling for the ball in the right corner, doesn't get it now. Off-ball movement from him. Lucas Cutler does it himself.
Cutler,
Bully ball down low.
just some one-on-one ball, taking it all the way.
Now down low, that one doesn't go. He gets his own board out to Bo, another board.
2 offensive rebounds there.
Travel, Rocklin Thunder, Trojans ball.
Number 10, Hudson Kulak there, getting 2 offensive rebounds. That's what you want for the Thunder, but you do want to cash if you're getting 2 rebounds.
Yeah, and going back to even last year, foreshadowing to our women's team as well, but both our men's and women's Oak Ridge basketball teams, very poor on the defensive rebounding. Even considering the men's team had Caleb Edwards last year, gave up lots of offensive rebounds and points off them as well.
Max Day looking to get some more points for his Trojans team, and he gets the shooting foul.
Day will go to the line for the first time tonight. Considering we're talking about basketball, breaking news in the NBA, Trae Young, Hawks All-Star, traded to the Washington Wizards. Blockbuster trade coming close to the deadline. Interesting trade there for the Hawks as well as the Wizards.
Keeping on the topic you were talking about, Hawks sided wanting a younger core and wanted to free up some cap so they can make some bigger moves in the market next season.
Yeah, they get back C.J. McCollum, who's been a three-point specialist his entire career, as well as some other picks and players as well. 25-27 here in Eldorado Hills, though. Oak Ridge, Rocklin. Connor Bowe rises up. Big foul. He'll go to the line for 2, for sure.
That one called on 24, Lucas Cutler. Looked like a clean block, but they will give him the shooting foul.
Trojans just hosted, actually, a Trojan toss-up tournament, they call it. And before that tournament, the Trojans won 4 in a row. They went 3-2 in the tournament. But they were on a roll until the tournament. Kind of slowed down. 3-2, still a over 500 record for the weekend. Coming back into the week, their last game was a win versus Granite Bay on a 1-point win, 56-55.
And Merce, so far in this game, we're seeing why these teams are so closely ranked in the California polls. Currently, Rocklin Thunder ranked 203, 11 spots above the Oak Ridge Trojans at 214. So close, and you can see it really in the score and the game.
Yeah, both teams move very quick. Both teams look to score at will. 25-27. Home team up 2. They will indeed slow it down here, though. At the top, Hudson Kulak, number 10. Now, Cardelis Bell. Rocklin drives in, gets the foul, and another free throw set.
Trojans fouled, but they sure got their money for it, knocking down the Rocklin Thunder. That time, number 32, Braden Smith.
His first is good. We'd like to shout out our other Oak Ridge varsity sports. We're going to hopefully be able to do the men's soccer game tomorrow night. Look out for that here. It's versus Davis at 5:30. Planning to do that tomorrow night here on Trojan Pride Sports Marketing, as well as our women's team and women's basketball team. Shout them out for sure. There's a turnover tied at 27. Rocklin looking to take the lead with just over 2 to go in the first half. They do. It's a clean finish, fading off the foot.
Braden Smith once again favoring that fadeaway. He cashes it that time with no foul. Trojans hope to answer his quick steal. Currently being taken down by Connor Bowe.
That's a charge.
Trojans getting a second charge call against the Thunder.
Yeah, great defensive plays. Braden Mullahan checks out for the Trojans. We got 29 Rocklin, 27 Trojans with 1:56 to go. Hudson Schroeder with the ball. $150.29 on the shot clock. That's the pause. We're going to re-inbound with Hudson Schroeder once again. Tight defense from Josiah Andrews.
Referees taking over the game once again. Another foul called.
Yeah, Andrews, another foul on him. At the line now for the Trojans, Ben Yeah.
First one good, smooth like butter. Goes straight into the basket. See if he can keep the shooting form.
Trojans, their next game is at home versus Davis Senior High School Friday night, 7 p.m. That's actually a doubleheader as the varsity women's team plays at 5:30 against Davis as well Friday night.
Trojans staying cold on defense. Rocklin Thunder can't really get any open shots. That, again, as I previously stated, that is what they want to do. Haven't been able to do it in the second quarter.
Andrews doesn't get the look he wants. Great defense from the Trojans. Shot clock was down into around the 5 range. He had to put it up. Didn't go. Great spin. That one, he leaves it short, though. It tied at 29 with now under a minute left. Pulls from 3. Andrews bounces twice. Doesn't go. And a Rocklin foul.
Foul called. Lots of disbelief and confusion from the Rocklin bench.
O'Neal Yabara with the foul. Number 14. Trojans in the bonus. They'll have a free throw. Ryan Yafat will shoot him. First one is good. Subs come in. 23 checks in. Jeremiah Monke.
And in case it's not obvious at home, this room goes dead silent. Just listen. As the second one is cashed for Ryan Rafat. Surely helped by a dead silent home crowd.
Sure does. Here's the drive in. Andrews can't get it to go. The kick out to 32. He drives. Schroeder on the defense. Rolls. Finally in after a couple bounces. Tied at 31. What a great, tightly contested game here. Schroeder gets swatted. Ball's up in the air. Trojans get a ball back. Moving quick. Koenig. Schroeder rises up. Off the glass. That's good.
Easy bucket for Hudson Schroeder. No contest.
Ball's loose again. They got 10 seconds. Ball is out of bounds. Unforced turnover. And head coach Marcus Bray is not happy. 6 seconds left in the half. Trojans up to 33-31. Last possession. Looks like it's going to be Andrews. Andrews with 4, 3, 2, 1. Gets inside at the last second. A great play will end the half. Tied 33-33 going into halftime. A great game so far in El Dorado Hills, California. Both teams will head to the locker room. Great competitive game. We'll see her back here for the second half. Don't leave us. We still got 16 minutes of basketball. Oak Ridge Trojans, Rocklin Thunder, second half coming up next on Trojan Pride Network. We're back here for the second half between the Oak Ridge Trojans and the Rocklin Thunder. My name is Murcielago Del Dotto. I'm here with Tristan Barstead. We're going to get into some season-long facts here for the Oak Ridge Trojans as well as the Thunder. Trojans, they're high this year in team points. 93. They scored 93 at Cordova High School. 93-38. Their season high. Moving over to the Thunder. Their next game, talking about next games, Del Oro next Friday, 7 o'clock at Del Oro. Their next game, Trojans, we talked about that. Davis, doubleheader, men's and women's varsity against Davis on Friday. Rocklin, they started the season 6-1 since they've gone 3-5, so slowed down in this early to midway point in the season. Started off really hot, though. That's the way the Trojans start the second half. Really hot. They come out first possession with a Lucas Cutler lay.
Once again, going to their scoring leader, Lucas Cutler, doing so well, inching even closer to that double-double. And there, Connor Bowe answering quickly with a lay that looked very similar.
Yeah, that one pops in as well. Thunder back to their full-court press. They can't get it over. It's an 8-second violation. Great defense from the Thunder.
The defense and offense discussing what they must do for the second half. Both coaches had great remarks for their teams in the locker room.
Cardenas Bell dishes it to his teammate, Mankey. That one fouled and stuck at the rim. Connor Bowe will shoot 2. Foul Brady Mullahan. 7-11 left to go in the third quarter, tied at 35. Bowe, his first. Off and out. Doesn't go. We got some oohs and ahs from the Trojans crowd over on the left side. Both teams' second SFL matchup of the year. Trojans 1-0, Rocklin 0-1. Bowe makes his second to take a 1-point lead. Jackson Harris doubled, got nowhere to go. And whistles blow. They got a timeout off. Trojans got a timeout.
And the Rocklin Thunder exposing the inexperience of Jackson Harris, freshman playing at varsity. He's looked very good. He can score and he can make an impact on defense, but they can trap him and make sure he can't get the ball out. Not sure what to do, just that lack of experience.
Yeah, if you like what you see here from Trojan Pride Sports Marketing Live on YouTube, you can check out tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be able to do our men's soccer versus Davis at 5:30. And check it in, and next week we'll have our first women's soccer game. They'll play St. Francis on Tuesday at 5:30. We'll do that one. And then we got our doubleheader, first doubleheader of the season. We got women's basketball followed by men's. Women's play St. Francis 5:30, men's versus Jesuit 7:30, 2 Fridays from now. Got a lot coming up to Trojan Pride Sports Marketing Live on YouTube. Back from the timeout, Trojan with the ball. Jackson Harris goes outside, moves back in, but a tip and a steal. Ball too heavy. They can't save it, and possession. They do save it, though. Back on the other side. Ball moving really quick. A travel, and that stops play. Jackson Harris, number 10, freshman for the Trojans with the turnover.
Jackson Harris checked out right after that. Not what you want from one of your star players potentially as a freshman playing on varsity once again, as we've made remarks so far multiple times. Number 11, Gavin Huang, the senior, checked in.
That one's good. Connor Bowe again.
Connor Bowe.
1 and 2, making a great contribution. Connor Bowe, the leading scorer here tonight for the Thunder. Andrews dishes. It rolls, but it's out. Ball rolling around. Heads up play from the Trojans. Lucas Cutler throws it off a Rocklin player. And Cutler will inbound.
And Josiah Andrews earlier forgetting about size, just bodies the tallest player on this Trojans team.
Pause for shot clock. We got shot clock at 30, not 33. 30 now, it's 30. Trojans down 4 with the ball. Might be the biggest deficit we've seen tonight, and that's saying a lot. Both teams playing physical, and well, there's a shot. No good. Rebound, Rocklin. Slinger takes it away. And a foul on the Thunder. Brady Mullahan will check it in to Gavin Honig. Mullahan again, drives, raises up, gets the foul call. Cardenas Bell, number 4, will get the foul call. Brady's first free throw does not fall. Still down 4. Brady will have his second coming up. Down 4. That one's good. Makes it a 3-point game. Foul and an offensive foul at that. Trojans will get the ball back.
A couple of the foul calls recently, a little bit questionable. That one, clear as day. You cannot move your feet while attempting to screen.
Yeah, and the Rocklin coaches yelling at their players, not happy. Rocklin saves it for the Trojans. A little no-look dish to the inside, doesn't go. Color gets blocked from behind. Foul.
Called the jump ball. Again, lots of confusion here. Referees making a call.
Yeah.
Many people don't agree.
Substitutions come in for Rocklin, and they're going to call Rocklin ball. But I'm not a rapper.
This time, Josiah Andrews taking it down for the Thunder.
Yeah, and a quick pump. Doesn't take it, though. Drives inside. The foul on the Trojans, number 11, Honig, with the foul. Floor foul, though. No free throws. 3-point game. Rocklin up with the ball. Step inside. Slinger with great defense. Mullahan on him as well. Color with the board. Rebound and possession. Ooh. Great rip. Tried to pickpocket. Didn't work. Koenig drives in. Max Day with the offensive rebound. Now kicks it out. Mullahan. Stripped. Now Rocklin running the other way. No foul call.
Referees inconsistent with the calls. They let them play. They don't. Multiple times, probably causing the frustration in the building.
Mullahan over to Cutler. Cutler drives inside. Goes up close to the basket and draws a foul on 23. Monke. 2 free throws for Cutler. Down 3. This could bring it to a 1-point game. That one's good. 37 now for the Trojans. 2 players in for Rocklin, 14 and 4.
Justin Isbell, number 14, O'Neal.
There's the rebound. Slinger gets it out. Mullahan pulls from 3. That doesn't go. Slinger, can he save it? He does. Max Day giving the credit as well as Slinger. Great offensive rebound. They reset. Day inside. Kicks to the corner, now back out. Good movement from White. They drive it inside. Doesn't fall. Tipped back up. Wow, another offensive rebound. Extending the game in the possessions, but finally stolen by the Thunder. Now they're on the other side. Here's Connor Bowe. Bowe heads it out to the left side. Drives in. Just picked by Cutler, though. 3.5 to go. Rocklin up 39-37.
And Lucas Cutler on that defense, not only can he block with the long arms, but he can quickly reach in, get that strip, gets the ball back for the Trojans offense. Need to score at least 2 here to tie or get up in the game.
Max Day with a 3. There we go. That takes the lead for the Trojans. They haven't had it in a while, but they got it back. Timeout from Rocklin immediately after the 3. Max Day forces the timeout. 40 Trojans, 39 Thunder. Timeout. We'll be back. We're back from the timeout. These two teams play each other really well. We'll see the same matchup in Rocklin on January 28th, 7:30 tip-off. It's going to be a very exciting game in Rocklin. Both teams know each other really well and about the same level as well. Right now, 1 point advantage for the home team, Oak Ridge Trojans.
This lead change has gone on so many different times. You can't even tell who's going to be ahead at the next possession anymore. Just constantly.
There's the missed 3 from Bowe. And a Trojans rebound. 2:30 to go. Great pass. Cutler lays it up. Great movement from the Trojans.
That time the dish, number 25, Dylan Slinger. Great pass.
Get some separation and a great pass down low. Great possession from Thunder.
Now,
Still down 1.
While the Rocklin Thunder do not have the overall size and height against this Oak Ridge Trojans team, there on the score, you saw their 6'6"er, O'Neal Ybarra. Foul called.
Another opportunity for 2 points for the Oak Ridge Trojans. Lucas Cutler at the line for 2. First one up quick. And all net cashes it in, 43-41. Rocklin, they're ranked 203 in the state of California. Trojans 214. Trojans coming in here at home as a minor underdog. But they're playing very well tonight. 43-41. Second one misses from Cutler. Still a 1-possession game.
Both teams match up very well and very differently. They both have different play styles. This Rocklin Thunder team good at sharing the rock, although they haven't been able to do so recently. There you saw the score by Josiah Andrews, number 1 for the Thunder. But typically he's been passing for most of the game. He's finally starting to play some one-on-one ball.
Yeah, Connor Bowe has been the number 1 star for this Thunder team. And Andrews has been right there with him as we see a tie game from Andrews, about 16-foot jumper. Here's a pull from 3. That one off the orange, no good.
Rocklin Thunder here have a chance to take the lead.
Ooh, good ball movement, off ball. That's a key contribution to Connor Bowe's game, and we see it there, sliding under the basket and takes the lead 45-43.
And you just can't let Connor Bowe cut to the basket. He's so lethal when he can get inside, especially when he gets a good, clean shot. Trojans attempting to answer here to be able to tie the game up or take the lead by 1.
Honig dishes it to Cutler, who dishes it to Harris, who cashes in from 3 and takes the lead. 46-45.
That 3-ball automatic from the freshman, cashing it immediately. Great shot.
Clean possession from the Trojans as they take the lead. Here's a 3 on the other side. That one, a quick answer from Rocklin. 25 seconds left.
10 back to 10. He answers the Trojans. Hudson Kulak, great 3-point shot.
Ball moving around, 12 seconds left. Honig with the ball. Now Harris. Slinger. Down low to Cutler. Cutler moving inside. Gets swatted. Trojans will keep possession with 2:02 on the clock.
That time, number 23, Jeremiah Mankey on the block there on the Trojans' tallest player, 6'5", Lucas Cutler, also their leader in points and rebounds.
Kick it out high to Harris. Harris got 1. Harris today, Day doesn't get it to go. Shot doesn't count. And what a game in our hands, folks. 48-46. Tightly contested game throughout. And it's going to come down to the final period of the game. Fourth quarter, 48 Thunder, 46 Trojans. We got 8 more minutes of basketball, folks. Join us for the last 8 here on Trojan Pride Network. We're back for the fourth quarter in a rivalry game. Oak Ridge Trojans, Rocklin Thunder. Who's going to take it out on top? Honig gets the and 1, the drive, the lay, and the foul. Count it. Tie game.
Trojans get the 2 points, need 1 more to be able to lead this game. And they get it. Good from number 11 for the Trojans, Gavin Honig.
Ready to check in, O'Neal Barra for the Thunder. They're moving the ball, though. Here's Josiah Andrews trying to get shifty in the paint. Doesn't work. He's got to kick it out. Drives again. Cutler locks down, but they call a foul. Good defense, but a shooting foul. They'll get 2. Monkey with 2. First one. Up. Rolls in. Tie game. That's a huge free throw. Key point to all the games. Hitting your free throws. Possibly the easiest shot in basketball, but could get in your head the most as well. If you're off at the line, you could go cold the whole game.
Speaking of the importance of free throws, my current basketball team, the Auburn Tigers, typically a perennial powerhouse in the basketball space, actually unranked this year, and so far the story for them has been missed free throws. They are constantly something you need to succeed, and there, woo! The lay-in.
They're going to have to hit this free throw to make it a three-point play. Absolute beauty from number 11, Gavin Honig. From the Oak Ridge Trojans side, up 1 to make it 2. The and one, back-to-back and ones for the Trojans. Free throw doesn't go. Cutler with a rebound. That's huge. He puts it back up. Blocked. Ball's loose. Rebound. Thunder. But a double dribble. A turnover. Another turnover. Trojans will get the ball back. The ball was already on the other side of the court in the paint. But take it back real quick. Trojans up 1 with the ball on the baseline. Cutler.
Smooth shot from Lucas Cutler. Again, proving why he's the Trojan scoring leader, making that shot look so easy.
Yeah, shot and pop goes in for Cutler. Now on the other side, he gets the board off his teammate's foot, though. He gets another one. Wow, that's a huge break for the Trojans. Quick turnover could have brought it to a 1-point game. Thankfully, Lucas Cutler grabs another rebound.
Cutler, a surefire on those defensive rebounds. Almost looked like he was stat padding when he threw it off the other team's foot.
Off the orange,
The
Cutler with a
offensive rebound.
huge board.
Cutler, unstoppable here in the final quarter of the game.
That's a travel. Trojans ball. Rocklin's falling apart. They got to call a timeout. We got some energy here in the house. 5-point lead with 6.5 to go. Rocklin calls a timeout to talk it over. We'll see you back after the TO. Five-point game. Rocklin calls timeout. Trojans have possession.
And
Trojans on a game of runs. They're up 5.
after the timeout, the Rocklin coach was telling his players they have to overcome. They're not getting the whistle so far in this game. They just need to pursue and endure, capture that win. Trojans not going to make it easy. Once again, number 11, Gavin Honig, scoring again on the layup.
That was a beauty from Honig. And he pushed it to 7. Bo gets him to jump, gets inside, doesn't, and now he does off his own board.
Gavin Bo showing off the strength, rising above a ton of tall players, only at 6 feet, able to rebound it.
Yeah, he's working hard, and he's getting buckets for his team. There's a foul on the drive. No shot, though. Max Day is going to inbound. Trojans up 5 with just over 5.5 to go in the game.
Gavin Honig, good on those drives. He's able to constantly get those fouls off of the Thunder, slowly chipping away at their team's foul total as well.
Another one. Bang!
Honig,
Gavin Honig for 3.
coming out of nowhere to start scoring even more in the block by the freshman Jackson Harris. Honig driving into the lane, just loses the ball.
Gets stripped. Trojans were going for a quick back-to-back off the 3 and the D. Trojans 60. Thunder 52. Just under 5.5 to go. Trojans on a run. Now they're up 8.
Trojans need to be sure on defense here. Can't let the Thunder get any kind of room with how close this game has been. They want to take it back to that tied up state.
Slinger, good defense. Great defense indeed from Dylan Slinger, and he forces a missed lay. Max Day in trouble but gets out of it. Now Shifty down the court. Honig feeling himself. Oh my goodness!
Gavin Honig says there's no limit to his range
From
as he
way
shoots
downtown.
no defenders nearby. Trojans take another 3-ball into the timeout.
Honig feeling himself from way downtown. He pushes it to a double-digit lead, largest lead of the night for the Trojans. Just over 4.5 to go. 63-52. Gavin Honig with, I'm pretty sure, 3 straight threes for the Oak Ridge Trojans. That's a huge couple possessions for the Trojans, along with great defense from Max Day, Jackson Harris.
And to tell you how much of an anomaly this score is in this game, and after the first quarter and the second quarter, both quarters ended with ties. An 11-point lead is certainly not what we expected from the fourth quarter. Great remarks in the huddle must have been taken.
Yeah, both teams are going back and forth throughout the game, but late in the fourth quarter, the Trojans got something in them, and they've ran away with it. Rocklin's got to pick it up, and they got to do it fast with 4:40 left on the clock. Down 11. Slinger with the contest. 3 is good. It's number 20, Mays. Reyes Yays.
Mays certainly saw the performance output from Gavin Honig and said, I can do it too, taking that limitless type shot.
Oh!
And Honig says, you aren't me, driving into the lane over 2 people with just a nice dish.
He's on fire. Honig again. 65-55. Once again, double digit. Just under 4 to go now. Dylan Slinger again playing great defense. Honig in there for the pocket.
Trojans won't let any shots up except that one as the Thunder take it down. Number 23, Jeremiah Mankey, again making an impact for this Thunder team.
Lucas Cutler. 8-point lead. Can he hang on to it? Dishes inside. Slinger gets the foul call. Slinger with just the slightest of pump fakes gets the defender to jump, and the foul called. Stops the clock at 3:30. Slinger with 2. That one off the front rim. No good. That one is 1 of 2 good.
Slinger,
50% from that.
Slinger makes the second one after carrying Kenji Santos like a backpack down inside the paint. Out on the Trojans, Max Day stripping it quickly, number 20.
Here's the check-in for Rocklin. Santos. Max Day covers the off-ball screen, gets the corner open, but no shot taken. Now drives inside, trying to get around the defenders. Slinger with a good contest, but it goes anyway. Mays with another 3. That's back-to-back for him. And now a 6-point game with 3 to go.
Mays
Max Day, now Lucas Cutler.
chewing away at the lead, now 66-60.
Dylan Slinger. Cutler now. Honig trying to find something on the ground. And a timeout from Oak Ridge head coach Marcus Bray. Smart timeout. Honig was on the ground trying to find possession of the ball, and a quick timeout to keep the possession. 2:43, 6-point game. It's back-to-back threes from Mays, the sophomore shooting guard. Gets the Thunder back into the game. 11-point deficit for the Thunder. just a few minutes ago, but now it's down to 6. Very quick basketball game of runs, as we've seen that tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to come out Friday, Oak Ridge Varsity hosts Davis.
Oak Ridge Trojans team has looked good so far. Again, they've been able to dominate inside the paint on both the lay-ins and their size. But now the Rocklin Thunder playing physically on defense, sometimes their own fault, but they're able to cash in on the three, something they haven't done for most of the game. Both teams are getting ready. 2:43 left on the clock. Gavin Honig feeling it, and it's off.
That one's off. Whistle blows. And an off-ball defensive foul from Slinger. Dylan Slinger with the foul. 2:39. Rocklin down 6. Santos up the court. Swings it over. Top of the key is Grassi. Now Mays. Mays puts it up. No good. Cutler with the board.
Cutler again, just another board. And right now, number 10 for the Trojans, Jackson Harris, again, the freshman. They have a lot of trust in him for this game to be able to have him at such a crunch time moment. Gavin Honig attempting some one-on-one ball. And
that
he
one's up
cashes
and
it.
good. Honig again. He's on a run.
Force him right or left, you can't stop it. The layup's so good for Gavin Honig.
Oh, yeah!
Chases it down.
Huge! The pickpocket steal. Puts it back on the other side. Gavin Honig has his takeover. 70-60. Trojans up 10 with 1:35. That might have just been the dagger. Another steal.
Gavin Honig in on everything.
He does have his takeover. He's on fire. He's got the ball. Give it to the hot hand. What's he got? 118. Up 10. To extend the lead, he's got the foul call.
Pretty easy to see there. You just can't swap both hands as they go up for the layup. Gavin Honig gets to shoot 2.
Honig has taken over this late fourth quarter. Absolutely dominating. Steals, points, assists, rebounds. He's got everything except for his first free throw. That one's off. Second one for Honig is good. 11-point lead with 1:14.
Trojans team looking to defend this once again. Can't let up an 11-point lead, especially with this late.
Oh, a swat. Oh, but a foul call. Foul call on Max Day, number 2. Coach Bray's talking to Day right now. First free throw is good for Santos. 10-point game with under a minute to go. It's going to be tough to come back. 9 now. Trojans got to keep the ball. No turnovers. Cutler speeds up the court, dishes it inside to Slinger, and that's good. 73 now for the Trojans. On the other side, another foul call. That one on Honig. No, on Day again. Wow.
Thought that was a clean block by Max Day. Referees say otherwise. Shooting foul is called.
First one off the front orange. Bounces off the backboard, no good. Still an 11-point game with 42 to go. Another short free throw.
Both free throws off for the Rocklin Thunder. They needed both of them. That one an even easier foul call on Gavin Honig.
Yeah, 36 seconds left. 11-point gap in favor of the Trojans. This one's going to go to the Oak Ridge Trojans. Trojans will move their record to 11-5 on the year, 2-0 in league, with the possibility of moving to first early in league play. Rocklin will fall to 9-7, fall to 0-2 in the SFL as well.
Trojans so far, again, like you said, 2-0 in the SFL after this game. So far dominating their own league.
Great contest from Cutler. Ball still loose. 13-point game. Just the final closing seconds. There's another foul call.
Trojans certainly not wanting to give them an easy basket this late in the game, despite the big lead.
As we've covered, the next game for the Trojans versus Davis, 7 p.m. Friday night. First free throw is off. Rocklin, they'll play their next game at Del Oro Friday as well, 7 p.m. as well. Great game for both teams. Trojans and really Gavin Honig took over this fourth quarter, and he wasn't going to be stopped. There's another three, but off it goes, and this will be the final possession of the game. The Trojans will walk out of here with the W.
Now, earlier in the game, we saw Lucas Cutler take over most of the first half and some of the third quarter, but late in the game, Gavin Honig came up clutch, leading to a huge lead. It was just unstoppable for the Rocklin Thunder.
Yeah, you could call him clutch tonight. Number 11, Gavin Honig, with a great performance late. Credit all the other guys. Of course, you said Lucas Cutler, Max Day early on as well. Braden Molahan was there. Gavin Honig, as we said. Ryan Rafat has been a contributing factor to this team. Dylan Slinger playing great defense on the low paint. And that'll push the Trojans to a 75-62 victory. 11-5 now. The Trojans are 2-0 in league, 9-7 Rocklin, 0-2 in the SFL. What a great game we had here in El Dorado Hills, California. Oak Ridge Trojans Arena. Murcielago Del Dotto.
Tristan Barstad on the call.
We'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. And as always, we're back, so I can say it now. Go Trojans!